Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm here, as you can see, just here to talk to you guys about something that I was asked on TikTok. I feel like that's going to be quite a big thing that we do this year, is just replying to questions on TikTok, but in a bit more detail. So, I have the question of, do I ever get blisters when using the chair? And, what I do to help with that, or, if it's even that common. So, let's talk about it. Do I think it's common to get blisters from pushing a wheelchair? Or cuts or anything, hand injuries, any hand injury? Yeah, it is pretty common, to be honest. At least it's happened to me quite a lot. It's been caused by multiple different reasons, either just because I've taken a break from pushing the chair for a while and then gotten back into it, causes blisters after the skin's softened. Or, I've been pushing the wheelchair and then knocked my hand against something, or, hit the brake, or got my fingers stuck. Or there's so many different things that can happen. But I kind of see that, like walking, in the fact that you stub your toe, you trip over yourself. There's still things that happen even when you are walking. So I just kind of see that as that kind of thing. But what about the chair? Is it that's annoying? And to that, I say the blisters and the knocking your hand on the brakes or the object closest to you are probably the two biggest ones. So blisters was the question. Let's talk about that mainly. What did I do to help with that? Nothing. Just continued to use the wheelchair.
I'm going to drop my croissant.
There's a number of different things that can help with your hands. My brother, he uses a set of gloves for pushing the chair. I know people that wear plasters, literally just whenever they're pushing for a long time or they're going to be using their chair for a long time, they'll put plasters on parts that usually get blisters. I don't think that's very effective, to be honest. I think you're better off finding either a set of gloves or, just putting up with it for a while. That's what I did. I got blisters quite a lot around the start of the first lockdown. Around the start of the first lockdown, I didn't use my wheelchair at all because obviously it was locked down. I didn't leave my house. I didn't push the chair. So going back to that and starting college and things after that, I did get blisters quite bad. But they healed. They healed stronger. You can kind of see them, like the marks from where they've been blistered. On the other hand as well. But basically, just tough skin is probably the biggest thing that you can do. Now, when you do get blisters, make sure that you take care of them. If you get a cut or a blister, let it heal, and then get back to the pushing. But in my opinion, don't try and avoid the blisters, if that makes any sense. So, if you feel like you got a blister coming, take it easy. Try and avoid doing whatever it is that's causing the injury. And then, obviously, when it's healed and you're feeling good again, get back to it. Start pushing the way that you normally do. Take off the plaster. That's a big thing, is people put plasters on before they get blisters to heal, to stop them getting blisters. But they are good for if you do get a blister. Put some Savlon on a plaster, put that on the blister, and then just use that as your padding to protect your hands. Massive help. for avoiding any serious injuries. Now, as for like stubbing your hands, because that's annoying. Whether you're trying to get through like a tight gap and you punch the side, like I just punched the ladder, you punch the sides, you know, trying to fit your hands through a small gap, and you just ow. Or, you know, you push in and you stub your thumb on the brakes. That's happened quite a lot. You know, stubbing your hands on the brakes and things. Honestly, I don't think it's something anyone will ever be able to deal with. It hurts. I don't know how to avoid it other than just paying attention to how and where you're pushing. That's why I quite like using objects to get around now, is because it kind of negates the fact that you might brush your hand up against something while on the push rim, you know, crush your fingers. So yeah, I did a video about this a while ago, using objects to get around. So I think that's kind of where it started to come from, is there was like a gap that I'd go through, and because I'd catch my hands on it, I'd literally just hold on to it so I didn't bash my fingers against it. Now again, that doesn't completely get rid of the fact that you can still just like hit your hand on it like that. I don't know what I was trying to demonstrate there, but you know, if you stub your hands, just be careful. There's literally nothing that I can tell you. It can cause breaks or dislocations depending on how bad or like how you've done it. You know, if you crush your hand in between an object, it has the possibility to dislocate or crush the bones. Probably not crush the bones, actually. I think that is a bit of an exaggeration, but you know, if you hit something hard enough, it can break. But definitely just pay attention to how you're getting around. If you feel like you've done something really bad, you know, it usually stings for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then it's all good again. But if it hurts for like much longer, possibly consider going and seeing someone. Obviously, everyone use your own senses for that. You know, if you feel like it's going to be really bad, go see someone. If it's still hurting after an hour or a day, but you still don't think it's broken, you know, just trust your own judgment, I guess. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it for this video. Obviously, there's a bunch of other things that can happen. You know, catching your fingers in the spokes is quite a big one that happens to some people. That gradually got lower and lower. It's quite a big one that sometimes happens to some people. You know, doing a bit of a funnel filtering thing to like a handful of people. Yeah, that's it. Is like, just make sure that with blisters, this is the main one that I wanted to talk about, is if you do get blisters, make sure you do treat them, take care of them, let them heal, and then you can get back to your regular stuff. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all of that usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.